issue in the world today. I know it's clearly one of the key things in the Rotary Club's objectives. Every 6 seconds, somebody will die of bad water. The numbers are staggering. And we're just trying to really, in a small way, make our mark and try to help that cause out. I have a handout here, which really, it's easier for me to go through with you to explain what we're trying to do. When I was here a year ago, I came on behalf of Christina Capital Partners, which I run. As we were trying to market and sell the Christina Capital, this water filtration system, what we found out a couple things. One, Christina Capital Partners was originally founded as a for-profit company. A group of my friends really contributed money to get it going, really with the view that this was a needed product in the world today. Nobody really expected to make a lot of money, but we were for-profit. And there are a lot of foundations in the United States that have monies available to, in fact, provide money for this type of equipment, but they don't want to deal with a for-profit company. The Gates Foundation is probably an anomaly. It's one of the few foundations that will deal with a for-profit. So we were running into problems on that front. The equipment itself, the non-electric, we have two basic products, a non-electric product, which is green, and then we also have what we call a dual product. It's both electric and non-electric. So if it works off a generator, if you lose electricity, it can switch to manual mode. The non-electric model sells for about $6,000 to $6,500 per unit. It does 150 gallons of water an hour. And there's only one, it uses a microfiltration system, so there's no moving parts, there's no ongoing costs associated with the system. But what we found was a lot of the areas in the world that we wanted to sell our product to couldn't afford this product either. So what we did is, and if you turn to the second page first here, it's a little diagram and kind of frame what we're at. The picture on the far left, the box on the far left, Water for the Global Community. What we ended up doing was we formed a 501c3 company called Water for the Global Community, which is registered with the IRS. This company, this 501c3, now can access funds from foundations who wouldn't ordinarily deal with a for-profit company. At the same time, once they have that money, they can then purchase equipment, any equipment, but Christina Capital is one of the companies they would purchase equipment from, and then buy that equipment and then donate it to the needy areas of the world. And what we've done is, the board of Christina Capital Partners, we have something here called Most Favored Nations basis. Christina Capital Partners will sell the unit to Water for the Global Community for $5,000 at a big discount. It costs us about $4,000 to manufacture the product itself, quite honestly. But we want to get this product into the market. We think it's important. And so Water for the Global Community has become a very important part of our structure, and that's why I just laid it out here, because it might be a little confusing to follow all the parts. We are in the process right now of donating a unit to Cameroon, where Water for the Global Community acquired one of our systems from Christina. We're in the process of getting the unit delivered to a school in Cameroon. Where we are currently with the product itself, since last year, the products we've made, we have a unit, one non-electric unit at an orphanage in Nairobi, Kenya. That takes care of about 50 students from that orphanage. And then we have a unit at a school in Uganda. That school has 400 students and also serves the community of about 1,000. And we're in the process of actually probably going to send another unit into that Ugandan community because there's a big demand for the water. We have 2 units operating in Indonesia, one in East Java and West Java, and those units came through the United Way. We donated those units to the United Way in Indonesia. They've allocated them to 2 villages, each with 300 villages in each, 300 families in each of those villages. So, and then we have 2 units also with the Philippine Red Cross. This is a little disappointing. When the Philippines had their big storm a couple years ago, we immediately donated 2 units to the effort. And then it took us about 3 months and this is unfortunately not atypical of what I'm finding out. It took us about 3 months to find out where the units were, who used them, and how did they work. What we found out was they were still in the crate, they were in the warehouse with the Philippine Red Cross. And I got a very nice letter from the head of the Red Cross saying, these are life-saving, but they never used them. So it's a little frustrating, but they're there in the Philippines. We're dealing in markets that are difficult. The unit we sent to Uganda this time last year, it arrived in Uganda last August, around this time in August. It wasn't released from customs until November, and it cost us another $2,000 in, I just call it extortion money. Because we go to pick up the equipment, they go to pick up and say, no, this form isn't right, go back and do it again. And every time we go back, but they would charge you a warehouse charge. And so it's really an uphill battle. And to get this equipment to people that need water, and water is just, the world's in crisis with water. We spend a lot of time on this, it's very important to us. And so that's a little bit of an over. I know I only had 5 to 10 minutes, that much.
No, you're doing great, Brian. You have till 8 o'clock, so you have another 5 minutes.
Okay, great.
Yes, we then pull them off with a big hook.
Okay. So that's what I wanted to do, is give you an update how Water for the Global Community fits in with Christina Capital Partners, and that's in relation to the partnership there, number one. And then number two, Water for the Global Community's mission is to donate this equipment to needy areas. So to the extent that we've got support from the Rotary Club, that money would go to support the unit in Cameroon. That's where I would put that money. We just did a fundraiser last 2 Fridays ago at a horseback riding camp in Long Island. It was a challenge, and we raised $4,000 in that challenge. And that money is also going to go to help pay, besides the equipment, the shipping, the VAT, it all adds up to, you need $5,000 or $6,000, and so this money will go directly to that unit in Cameroon.
Now, you had mentioned there are a lot of moving parts. So what's the life expectancy of
the filter itself, depending on the turbidity of the water, the filter itself, if you maintain it, which is maintaining it means maybe once a month you pop it out of the machine. For a picture, I'm sorry. You just take it out, pop it out, wash it with soap and water, put it back in. So it's easily a year, and depending on how, if you're using, let's say, well water, it'll last 2 years. It's the manufacturer of the filter is Hummel, which is a German manufacturing company. They make big filtration systems, and that's really it. And then there's PVC piping.
Right. So how often? So every year or two, you have to change the filter. How expensive is that? And how easily?
It's easy to change. The filter cost us $290. And so we would basically, what we're doing with the units, we're giving a couple of filters as part of the original package. And the filters are manufactured in Singapore. I have a close relationship with Hummel, and they support us in the filter. In addition, I should mention there is a company in Nairobi called Davis and Shirtlift, which is a water distribution company with a lot of technical expertise. And one of the things that we felt was important, and we were lacking initially, was we had put these units into Kenya and Uganda, but we didn't have anybody on the ground there, and we just entered into a service agreement with them. Well, they're going to come on a regular basis, test the water monthly for us, make sure the system is being used properly and effectively, and so it's efficacious, which is obviously very important. And that's a cost of Christina Capital Partners. We pay $400 a year as a service fee, but for us that's very, very important, because now they are Davis and Shirtlift. They're in Uganda, they're in Kenya, they're in Cameroon. We're going to be going to Ghana very shortly, and that's an important part of our team on the ground now.
I think I heard you say these units can produce 150 gallons per hour. You then have to equip them with a holding tank so that they
have a holding tank.
They do.
Yeah, I have the website, exoticwater.com. I should have brought the picture, I'm sorry. But you'll see it, there's a holding tank that sits above it.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm trying to visualize, how big is this?
It's about 3 feet high, 3 feet wide, and it weighs a lot. It weighs 450 pounds.
That's why they got us Steven.
So it's not huge.
No, it's not huge. No, definitely not.
I'm trying to visualize.
And we're actually working with Stevens Tech, because I'm not happy about the weight. I say to the people, you don't have to worry about somebody putting a 450-pound filter in the back of their Volkswagen and driving off, so nobody's gonna steal it. But it is heavy, and so right now, we're working with Stevens Tech. They have a senior project that the seniors embrace, and then they try to improve a design already, and it doesn't cost you anything. They do it as their senior project. So they like the idea, they like the end result here is that it's providing clean water to people. So hopefully we'll get that weight from 450 down to 200 pounds or so, but that's the size of it.
Help with the